You know, of course, the media takes everything out of context, thinks it's a killer clown who's there to kill the rich, which, we were talking about how the media sort of criticized the Joker movie before anyone had actually seen it. Ironically enough, that's pretty much exactly what happened.
Yeah, what was that about? Because I saw it happening, but I tried really not to look at it because I knew it was definitely going to be stupid. So what was that all about?
Well, so there were a few different takes that CNN, MSNBC, basically any of the mainstream television channels. I think Huffington Post is another one. Not a television channel, but another mainstream media outlet that sort of took things out of context. There were just a few different angles they took to sort of discredit the movie for who knows why. I honestly, months later, and I still can't figure out why the hell they were trying to disparage this movie. Unless it was just a handful of SJWs trying to act offended without actually seeing the movie. Which is also possible in these outlets.
I remember reading that they were stepping up security in theaters, which I guess I kind of understand, considering how the movie directly portrays people being inspired by violence to commit violence.
Well, yeah, but part of the reason why that security step up happened in some theaters, and I think that was explicit to New York, a few screenings there that might have been more highly populated. The whole reason that sort of happened was because the media made it out to be oh, hey, this is a movie where it's going to inspire shooters. There's going to be shooters at these events.
Oh, is that why?
There was literally this whole conspiracy by the media as if someone had gotten some inside knowledge that someone was going to shoot up Joker screenings, you know?
Is it just because of what happened with The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, which, here's the thing. Dark Knight Rises was the third movie in the Nolan franchise. Joker was not in that movie, so what the hell is the comparison there?
I don't know. I've also seen things where, I don't know who it was, but they said that the guy who did it, that he
Todd
wasn't
Phillips.
specifically... No. I mean the guy.
Oh, the shooter. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
The shooter from the Aurora thing. That he wasn't actually directly inspired by the Joker at all. It was just a random theater he picked because he knew it would be crowded on opening day.
I mean, from what I heard, the actual movie had nothing to do with it. It was just sort of a surrounding detail that people sort of focused in on. From what I heard, the whole goal of that shooter was just to kill as many people as possible, which would happen at a highly crowded movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think to say it was for any sort of symbolic reason that happened is absurd. And clearly nothing happened in regards to the Joker movie. No one got seriously injured as a result of going to this movie. So I honestly don't know why the media sort of felt the need to bring this up. And I hate talking about the media as a single entity, but it's so many mainstream media outlets broke this story. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and didn't you say something about that they were talking about it inspiring, quote, incels?
Well, it's so there were different takes. And I think this is more from smaller media outlets that...
Is this literally because they just learned about the whole Joker Gamers Rise Up meme? About the "we live in a society" meme. I guarantee that's what it is.
I honestly don't even know if that sort of hit the mainstream yet. But
it had
at least,
to have.
But it's
I think that's what they're going on. They go on 4chan for 5 minutes. They see maybe one thread that shows, oh, look, Gamers Rise Up. Oh my god, it's a picture of the Joker saying, "Stacy, you should have went to the prom with me. Now your boyfriend Chad is gonna get killed." Or one of those old funny things.
Well, so I mean...
Have you seen that one picture where it's all the different Jokers together and it says Gamers Squad?
I think I did see that weeks ago. Honestly, it's sort of hard to keep track with everything coming forward just because we've sort of been in a vacuum with the whole Joker thing.
And it's funny because the Joker's character is literally, we live in a society. That's always the cause of him coming about.
Yeah, basically one way or another, at least with any of the modern interpretations of the character, especially with both Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix's version.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, especially with that question, the whole idea that media inherently causes violence is so far debunked. No one... We know for a fact media does not cause violence, there is no actual connection between the two, but for some reason people still keep feeling the need to bring that up.
Yeah. Remember how all those violent movies caused the Crusades?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mentioned before the whole controversy on the staircase. The reason why that scene took issue, and this was after the movie had come out and people realized, like, had actually seen it and saw that scene. The reason that scene was criticized was because of the music choice. The song Rock and Roll Part 2 was used during that. Do you know who sang that song, John?
I don't.
It was a guy by the name of Gary Glitter, an English glam rock singer who released the song back in the 1970s.
All right.
And here's the thing. Gary Glitter is a convicted sex offender.
Oh my god.
And because he's a convicted sex offender, that's bad. They shouldn't have used that song.
Come on.
So, and here's the thing, that he isn't actually receiving any sort of royalties from it. It's just a cool song, which, by the way, is still used in, like, every sports game to this day. And yet people are clinging onto this because there's nothing else that's really inherently controversial about this movie.
You know, if you took a page out of that train of thought, you know how many movies you would have to not watch because it had actors or producers or somebody involved along the process of making it that did something questionable against one of the actresses or who knows, anybody at all. Like, how deep are we going to go with this whole cancel culture stuff?